Hey everybody, it is Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I'm coming to you tonight with a little bit more gun talk on my Mark 12 rifle build. And I have some good news. Some things are coming back in stock that I was hoping that they would. I noticed that Arms Incorporated has now released another batch of the number 22 scope rings. I already got a set. I paid too much. Now they've come out, which tells me they're still making products. So I still have hope to get the tactical scope ring top and the rail to go with it. I did get a Colt bolt carrier. That's on order. And then once I get those three things, the firearm is pretty much done. But now I'm working on the accessories because the Mark 12 is a little bit different than the Mark 18 in that it came with like a whole loadout, okay? And yes, I'm trying to get all the accessories now. And so it was deployed, I guess it was a deployment kit. And I'm starting to track down some of those items. And I think I have finally found the one item that's going to be near impossible to get. And I don't think the company will ever make it again. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to talk about that in a second. But I started with the actual loadout deployment kit by buying the proper case. Well, as close as I can get. So the Mark 12 came out, according to my research, and they were sent to the units. They came with a Pelican Model 1700 hard case. And that's what I bought. Obviously in desert tan. I guess some of them were in black, some of them were in desert tan. And so I got the Pelican 1700. They still make it. And unfortunately, this is the Generation 2. The ones that they were deployed with were Generation 1s, okay? And this is like one of those things where what I'm getting, what the companies make now, are upgraded compared to what they used to be. Now, the interior dimensions are the same. The exterior dimensions are the same. For the most part, cosmetically, the entire thing is the same. The only difference is the fact that the wheels have been moved. Now, I know this is getting real geeky into the world of cloning, but I want to show you this in case you're as geeky as I am. Now, the wheels on this case are now on, I guess, closer to the edges, and they changed that back in like 2019 because it was better for pulling it over certain terrain. And so they moved those out, and so the attachment points here, as you can see, are a little bit different. Just here on the end, and they added another handle, which is not on the Generation 1. That's how you can tell the Generation 1 or the Generation 2. Now, nobody sells these. If you look, you go online, you're trying a Gen 1 or whatever. Nobody marks them. You can find pictures of these, both the Generation 1 and Generation 2s, but you don't know which one you're going to get. Most likely, you're going to get a Generation 2 because the only people that care about this are going to be the cloners looking for this. Because these cases are used for everything from firearms to cameras to whatever. They're just general purpose cases. And so a lot of the places that sell them will have possibly pictures of the Generation 1 because they're just stock photos. But when you order them, you're most likely going to get a Gen 2. So best that I can do, and it's the closest I can get, but the inner dimensions are the same. So this is the case the rifle's going to go in. And let me turn it around here. So I have ordered, in fact, there's a couple of companies that make the foam inserts that are exact copies of the Mark 12 deployment kit. So I'm going to remove this foam and the foam here in the bottom, and I have a foam for the top and bottom, which has places for the firearm, the upper lower receiver, the silencer, the bipod. I know there's a cleaning kit. I have to get the Otis rifle cleaning kit. I found a couple of companies make a reproduction of the Mark 12 bore guide, which is going to go right here, or generally in the upper part of the case. Then there's the cleaning rod made by Dewey that was issued, and those are available. So I ordered one of those as well. Those are all on the way. And people were asking me, where did I find the foam inserts? Well, just Google foam inserts, Mark 12, you'll find them. There's a couple of companies that make them. One makes them in this type of foam, which is close based off of the pictures that I was able to find. It's just laser cut out of this, and that's the one that I think it's from Onyx Arms, I think, makes it. They make a lot of clone stuff, accessory stuff. They're also the ones that make the bore guide, but they have this type of foam. There's another company that I found that makes the inserts, but it seems to be a different material that doesn't look like the originals. It would definitely work, but it looks like it's that kind of harder styrofoam. Not really styrofoam, I don't know what you would call it, but it looks like it's more dense than this. But this is the type of material, this foamy material, is what I can tell from pictures that they use. So I have that on order. So I have the top and the bottom coming. That's actually a little bit expensive. The company Onyx Arms also, besides making that bore guide, also does a complete reproduction of the operator's manual that came with the rifle tag, and the logbook for it. And it's all bound like the original. Now, I was able to get PDFs of that from somebody, and those are really cool. They're awesome to have. However, the ones that come from Onyx are bound. It's just like the original one. So I bought that whole set. So I'll have the paperwork to go with the gun, which is kind of cool as well. Now let's talk about the one accessory. And by the way, I'll show you guys all this stuff as I get it. But now let me talk about the one accessory I'm not going to be able to get. And it really surprised me. You would think with all these things, I wouldn't be able to get something a little bit more elaborate. It's going to be the sling. The original sling for these is made by a company called Eagle Industries. It was their TAC-1 or TAC-1 M16 sling. It was a 3-point sling. And there's a few places that I guess have it where if it ever does come in stock, they'll have it. But according to Eagle Industries, they no longer made it, haven't made it for 10 years. And the only places you can find them is if somebody has one and sells one used. That is it. And that sling is kind of interesting in that it wraps around the rear portion of the stock. And there's, I guess, I've kind of looked online. There's a couple companies that make a sling that look kind of similar, but all the attachment points are polymer instead of metal like the Eagle Industries. So I think my holy grail product or holy grail accessory when it comes to this is going to be the sling. So if anybody knows where I can get an Eagle Industries TAC-1, I found a TAC-3, an old one, brand new in box, but that one goes for the M4. I need one for the M16. And they're not even that expensive, even when they come on used. But of course, all the people that clone the Mark 12s are looking for those things. So, yeah, that was for the Mod 0. Now, they had a couple of different slings for the later ones, like the Mod 1 and the H, which I may have to go with. I have to do some more research on that. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to get an Eagle Industries TAC-1. That's just not going to happen. So anyway, that's where my cloning is right now, and I've moved on to accessories with this. And luckily, accessories are kind of cheap. Actually, this is a nice case, and it wasn't too bad. The foam insert was a little bit more than what I thought it should be, but like the cleaning rod was like $25. The bore guide, the Mark 12 reproduction bore guide with all the right stuff was like, I don't know, like $40. The books, the little booklets are like $30. So it's not like it's too bad. That Otis cleaning kit is going to be like $150. But yeah. Anyway, that's what's going on. And as I get these things, I'm going to hopefully turn this case, which is as close as I can get to the original, and I'll start kind of making it my own, which is okay because this Mark 12 build is, I'm going to say it's a 90%er. So what I mean by that is it's 90% clone correct. And there's things on it already that aren't right. It's a late model, arms number of 22 scope mount. So it has the arm stops and a couple other things that aren't, perfect, but they're close enough. Well, this case is going to be close enough. It is a Pelican. It is a 1700. It's just the Gen 2 that they've been making since 2019. And what are the odds of someone having one of them in this color, which I think the originals were black, but I wanted tan to match the rifle. So anyway, that's just where it's going and my stupid obsession with this stuff. But accessories. All right, so let me get this thing out of the way because I am actually getting ready to film a video or the final part on this red dot sight. I got all the range footage edited and I know what I need to say and get this thing out. So hopefully my Patreons will see it pretty darn soon, maybe tonight. And what else? Oh, I did want to talk about this channel really fast and what this channel is. Okay, and I guess sometimes I neglect to realize that some people are subscribed to just the Texas Gun Vault or just the Texas Gun Vault 2. Not everybody is subscribed to both. And I would assume that because I talk about the main channel, or it's called the Texas Gun Vault 2, people would know that there's another channel. And the reason I want to bring this up is the reason I have evolved the channels into what they are is because I want to talk about different things. I got a couple of comments in my Texas Gun Vault poll question of the week, and somebody said, Jason, I'm disappointed with you. Your channel is turning into all the other gun channels where it's all politics. And I was like, he's like, well, I'm assuming it's a guy, saying you need to keep it more gun oriented. Well, that's why I have the main channel. And I felt that this was a better avenue of things. So if you're only interested in my gun content and my product reviews and just that stuff, and I guess tutorials, or if I talk about something very specifically gun related like the ATF pistol brace stuff, that goes on the main channel. That is the Texas Gun Vault. And the Texas Gun Vault 2 is my, once again, behind the scenes channel, and I can come here every night and I can talk to you guys about different stuff. I can talk to you about upcoming projects. I can just ask you guys questions. I can ramble on about whatever is going on in the world. It doesn't have to be a formal video. I have no script. I'm just out here sharing, gun talk with you guys. And yes, sometimes it's going to be politics. Sometimes it's going to be non-gun stuff. I might once in a while post a video of me playing music. That's just what the Texas Gun Vault 2 is. It is more of a true vlog. Okay? It's just me as a gun guy, me as a human being, what's on my mind, what's going on. So I understand if people don't want to have the politics. So I recommend people, if you're not subscribed to me on the Texas Gun Vault, go over there. I know I have links on my channel and all that. Just, search on YouTube, the Texas Gun Vault. It has an orange logo versus the green logo. And that's just guns. It's guns all the time. Product reviews all the time. There's not a lot of other things. And I've divided the channel so people can follow what they want. I know there's some people that like the Texas Gun Vault 2 for what it is. They like this behind the scenes where I just come to you like we're friends and we're at the water cooler at work and we're just talking guns. That's it. Casual talking guns. Not everybody likes the range reports. Not everybody likes the gun content. They just want to talk guns or gun culture or politics or whatever. And then there's other people that, don't want that. They want the gun stuff. So I try to provide content structured very differently for two different audiences. And some people are on both. So anyway, that's what this channel is. It is a behind the scenes casual channel, me talking to my cell phone, not using my Sony camera for my videos. And I could talk about whatever on my mind. Cloning, information that I find, things I can't flesh out in the full videos, talking about piece of junk, red dot optics, which by the way, do not buy the ADE Advanced Optics Tactical Reflex Dot Sight. And I think this one once again is called the Trumpet. Yeah, do not buy it. Do not buy it. It's just going to be, it's going to be a fun review. But I talk about stuff like that. And so you don't have to watch it if you just want the gun stuff. So anyway, I just want to clarify that up for anybody that doesn't know. There is a main channel, the Texas Gun Vault, link in the description if you don't like the behind the scenes stuff. But you could get politics here. You could get just me rambling on. That's what this channel is about. And so I divide it so the people that want certain things can get what they want. So I try to be as I was going to say forgiving, but I guess try to be as convenient to people as possible. There you go. I have different target audiences with the two channels. So there you go. That's all I want to talk about tonight. Some geeky accessory stuff with the Mark 12. And once again, if anybody knows where I can get an Eagle Industries TAC 1, which has not been made in a long time, you let me know. And yeah, I need that. That would be perfect. So I might have to go in a different direction. So if you have a Mark 12 and you care about the accessories, tell me what you got for your sling if you don't have the original one, the Eagle Industries one. What did you go with, and what works well and what's close? Or what is clone correct for the other Mark 12s that you used that maybe I could go with? So that would help me a lot. So if you've made it to the end of the video tonight, use the word sling. Sling in the comment section. I know you watched to the end. And I appreciate you guys being here. So thanks for letting me geek out, talk Mark 12 cloning, and clarifying what the channels are about. So, as always, thanks for watching.